Alright, what I'm going to show you is this. The Epson Stylus Color 740. For those of you who own Epson printers, can probably sympathize. These printers are very prone to clogging. What usually happens is, because of their design, the heads can never be replaced. On an HP, the heads are part of the cartridge, therefore they're replaced when you replace the cartridge. But on an Epson, they use an ink tank system, and what happens is after a few months, they tend to clog. And then you have to run like 50 cleaning cycles through them, and by that time you need new cartridges, so you buy new cartridges, and the cycle goes on and on. But I've come up with a very inexpensive, no-brainer solution, and you may cringe at this, but the solution is bulk ink. Bulk ink is very cheap, can be purchased in kit form, and you simply inject the cartridge when it becomes empty with a very inexpensive, cheap, knockoff version of the original. With a syringe. Don't get caught with this in your car. The syringe comes with the kit. You don't have to ask your local drug dealer to get one. You can get them with the kit. And the cartridges are very simple to refill. You simply inject the ink into... I inject it into the top of the cartridge. I first cover the output ports with the tape. And I puncture the top of each tank, and I refill it with ink. Now, this is where it gets important. The instructions will warn you not to refill the cartridge, but don't worry, you own an Epson. You're the exception. You want to fill this thing right to the top until ink starts pouring out of the hole. The reason you want to do that is because the extra weight of the ink can actually help increase the pressure on the back side of this printhead, which will help force out some of the gunk and deposits from the previous cartridge. Another benefit, if you have a low-resolution printer like the Epson Stylus Color 740, or the 640, or the 440, whatever, if you have an older printer, around 720 DPI, or maybe a little higher, the thin ink from the high-resolution printers can also help release or reduce the deposits in the, let me rephrase that. The thin ink will actually help clean out the old ink. Epson ink is a little bit on the thick side and has a high center of gravity. Did I say that right? Anyway, it's very thick. High viscosity, that's what I meant to say. So the thinner ink from the high resolution printers will actually help my 740 benefit. Now I'm going to show you, this printer is, by the way, 10 years old. It just turned 10 this year. And we're going to print out this drawing I made. No, this is not a self-portrait. I'm just not a very good artist. Okay. I'm going to print this on my Epson Stylus 740. Unique thing about this printer is it supports both Apple Serial, USB, and parallel. So I had a lot at stake when I decided to make this printer work. The only printer that works in these Macs. There we go. Unfortunately, these newer bulk inks do not give you much for fade resistance or